Hey, what's going on everyone? Really quickly before we get right into this week's team builder, I just wanted to mention I'm actually participating in a competitive Pokemon collaboration with some of my friends over on the Core Enforcers, where I'm actually doing some lower tier Pokemon Showdown lives. So if that's your thing, I'd definitely recommend giving that a look. I'll go ahead and leave the link down below in the description, but yeah, let's get started. Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. I'm going to be building an OU team around Mega Aerodactyl, then I'll be hopping on the ladder to test out the team, and the final iteration of the team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. Funnily enough, we only have like 4 or 5 more Megas to cover for this series. We have this, then we have Mega Gardevoir, Audino, and then I think a Bombsnow and Camerupt, and that'll be that. So after that, the team builders will still continue, but I probably will not do any more Mega showcases until Generation 8. So that'll be that. Let's go ahead and talk about Mega Aerodactyl, though. We have a 4 attacks tough class set right here with max attack and max speed jolly. Love the speed tier on it. This might sound crazy, but I think this thing is as good as Mega Lopunny. The fact that you could outspeed Pokemon like Dragonite and Gyarados after they Dragon Dance boost, just naturally with their speed stat, is I think really valuable. Of course, the tough class boosts every attack on here, except I guess it only boosts half of them, right? Ice Fang and Aerial Ace, because I don't think these two are contact moves, so that should be how that works right here. Love the speed tier though, but it does get walled by Celesteela, Skarmory, Mega Scizor, so we definitely want to add something that can take those on. Electrics come to mind. Rotom Wash could be great for the pivot into this. Tapu Koko comes to mind too, as does Magnezone. Now, Hoopa and Bound could just wall break all of them too. Banded Hoopa with Hyperspace Fury. I think I recently used Banded Hoopa though. I think it was in the Mega Lopunny video, so I don't want to do that today. I think Magnezone is probably my best bet right here. Easy removal of those steel types that Aerodactyl hits, because I'm not earning Fire Fang, right? If I was earning Fire Fang, I would be less scared of... I guess Mega Scizor would still Bullet Punch me, so I might add Magnezone anyway. Let's go ahead and add Specs Magnezone right here with a Modest Nature. Like, no Celesteelas run max speed, so I really don't need a Timid Nature for them. Let's go ahead and run Modest right here. Also great against Ferrothorn, because we don't want to take a ton of Aerial Ace like Iron Barbs chips, so I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and run Hidden Power Fire, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, and Volt Switch. I usually put Volt Switch, then Thunderbolt, then Flash Cannon, then HP Fire. I'll probably change it before we start because I like having my moves in that order. Let's go ahead and just put this 4 into, I guess, Spit F. It really doesn't matter. Now, this is not really a Fairy Psychic pivot right here. It's not going to switch into Lele, Magearna, any of them. It's really just for that trapping purpose right here. So I've got out a secondary Steel type. We don't have rocks on the Aerodactyl, so I definitely want a Rocker on the team as well. Now, what comes to mind is Rockers. Landorus T, obviously, but I really don't think I need Aerodactyl and Landorus T on the same squad. Not that they fulfill the same role by any means. They're definitely very different Pokemon, but I would rather add like a more unique Rocker, I guess. Let's see. Let's actually get out of the UU right here. Let's look at UUBL. Are there any cool Rockers down here? I guess, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tyranitar is OU, right? Is Tyranitar not OU? It's probably down here. Oh, it is. Okay, it's right here. So what would Tyranitar help me out with? Would that check... It wouldn't really check Lele or any fairies for that matter, and it's just another, like, rock weakmon. I mean, water weakmon, sorry. I don't think I'd double up on rocks right here. It's really not worth that. Let's see what else. Because rocks are great for Mega Aerodactyl to clean late game, and despite the fact that Mega Aerodactyl does provide some speed control with its really nice speed stat, I'll probably add a Scarfer anyway, and rocks are going to be a necessity for that too. So let's figure this out. Ferrothorn could be fine. Heatran's another option. Jirachi. I mean, Jirachi I use so often. Let's not do that. Any cool UU Rockers I could try out? Like, I already have a Mega. As much as I want to try out Mega Aggron, I have a Mega and I have a Steel type. Maybe for another video, who knows? Cobalion's not going to help us out. Napoleon could be cool. I feel like I'm just going to stick with an OU Rocker for this video, and I'll try out Mega Aggron again for another video. Just comes to mind as something I want to use. Doesn't Como get rocks? Stealth Rocks. That's not a bad idea. Rocks Como. I mean, it does a water resist too, maybe. Let's keep that in mind. What other Rocker would I add? Heatran just looks so good here, though. Being able to... I mean, it's another water weak. You know what looks even better? Ferrothorn. I'm going to go with Ferrothorn here. It's even better due to the water resistance. Let's go with Leftovers here with, I guess, rocks on this. If I do add a Rocker, like another one, I'll change this to Spikes, but I don't see myself really adding another Rocker here. Let's go ahead and just run the 248, 232 spread, and then I believe the 24 goes in defense. It's actually 28, it looks like. I guess it really doesn't matter. I can just go ahead and run max HP. I'm not going to switch into rocks 24 times in one battle, and I'm getting lefty's recovery anyway. Let's go ahead and run a minus speed nature right here with 0 speed IVs just for my Gyro Ball. Then we'll run Power Whip, and I guess we'll go with the Leech Seed right here. So, pretty standard Ferrothorn now. Like I did say, I do want a Scarfer because my Magnezone is not actually very fast. It's not the Choice Scarf set. Aerodactyl is really the only speed control I have. What else are we weak to is the question too. I guess Ferrothorn is technically my Magearna check, but if they are Fightinium Z and they hit it into Magnezone as well, that could be scary. Defog is something I need too, obviously, for the Aero. I can't add another Electric, so Coco's not really an option. Feeny is always there too. Feeny's not a bad idea. Torn would double up on flying types, and I really don't want a Defogger that's weak to rocks on this sort of build right here. Trying to keep everything as healthy as possible, although we do have Regenerators, so I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. Torn's fine too. We don't have a Zmon yet, do we? And yeah, I guess Scarf Cart's a problem, so I mean Torn comes to mind for sure. I could add a Scarf Cart of my own. I don't think that's very helpful. Triple Steel, I mean, I already have a good switch into all those things, and these two would be offensive anyway. I'm not going to do Kartana here. Let's see, this is tough, actually. I like Torn, but I also don't know how I like the idea of doubling up on those. I think Feeny right here is just my best bet. Secondary Water Resist. Is there any other Defogger that I can take advantage of here? I don't know, really. Like, the best thing I could come up with would maybe like a Magic Bouncer, but the best Magic Bouncer is Mega Deontay and Sableye. Would I like cover my Mega slot, and I don't want to obviously take off Aerodactyl. So, I guess right here, yeah, let's go with Feeny. It's turning out to be a very balanced team, which is not really something I intended on, but I guess the pivots could be really nice right here. I don't think I'll be adding any more pivots after this, unless there's a glaring weakness on the team that I really need to patch up. But let's go ahead and add this right here. I don't really see myself running knockoffs, so I guess I can go with minus on there. And then we'll put the 8 into Spadef. Leftovers right here with Moonblast, Taunt, Nature's Madness, and I guess Defog, obviously. So now we have a Defogger on the board, which I really like. These two in combination just kind of check the entire tier. Like, I could obviously throw Lando on here and probably just be good to go with Pharaoh, Lando, Feeny, but let's not do that. Z-move users, huh? Hiram is great, but double Rock's weakness with only hit Defog Feeny? I don't know about that. Keldeo would double up on Waters. Let's look for a Zmon right here. I definitely want a cool Z user. Now, actually, my top 10 team, the first team I ever peaked top 10 with, actually had Mega Aerodactyl and Double Dense Mew on it. And I'm pretty sure I actually just used that recently in the Mega Aerodactyl or laddering video, so I'm not going to do that here. Let's see. Cool Z-move users. Let's see what options there are. Z-Lele could be nice. As I said, Z-Torn is always a good idea. Is there like a Z setup mon I want to use? Like Z-Celebrate, Victini, Shaman? I can't really think of anything. I feel like I might just go with the Lele with Fightinium. Either that or Mew. Yeah, Mew is so good right here. I feel like I might just flap Mew on this team. What did I have on the other team? I don't think I had Feeny, Ferrothorn, or Magnezone. Let's see right here. Mew is fine. Keldeo is okay too. But I think Mew is great for the late game cleaner. I don't have any priority on this team, so I really don't have to care about the Psychic terrain affecting me. Let's go ahead and run Munium Z with Psychic. Now, what's more of a problem? Tyranitar or like Ferrothorn? Like, we have removal for all the steel types, Mega Scissor. I guess I'll go with Aura Sphere right here. Is it good Focus Blast? You know what? I'm running Focus Blast. We're gonna test our luck today. Let's do that. Let's run Nasty Plot, and then we'll go ahead and run Rock Polish right here. Aura Sphere is probably the better bet. The moment I miss, I'm changing into Aura Sphere, but let's see. Maybe Mew wants to hit for a few times before I change the moveset. And let's go ahead and run one last Pokemon right here, obviously. Is there anything else that I need to patch up? We have checks to, I guess, Hoopa. Like, we don't have a Dark Resist besides Feeny. That just gets blown away by Gunk Shot. Yeah, that's tough for sure. Maybe Bulu? I feel like triple, like, terrain is just a bad idea, too. Not sure how much I like that. Keldeo's not a bad idea right here. Would double up on Waters. What Keldeo would I run, though? Probably Scarf, because I have specs here, and I did say I need some speed control. Scarf Keldeo is probably a really good idea here, actually. It would give me a third Ash Greninja pivot, which is honestly just insane, considering that Pokemon usually has no switch-ins. 3 pivots on one team. That actually sounds really nice. You know what? Let's make this Aura Sphere, and let's go with Keldeo here, because I'm going to run Reliable Fighting Stab on both. Might as well make them both 100% accurate. Not that that matters. I could still run Fire Blast, obviously, but we're going to go ahead and run Scarf Keldeo. Unless I'm missing something, I don't think we have any glaring weaknesses. I do have 2 Fire Resists. Usually I have 0, so I just tried to put Moonblast on this. Let's run Hydro Pump, Surf, Secret Sword, and obviously Stone Edge. Because I don't have Water Stab on this, I don't want to lose to Volcarona. Fun fact, actually, Aerodactyl is actually a Volcarona check too. The only attack that I believe can knock you out is like Shattered Psyche, and they don't run that anymore, so... Actually, I have Stone Edge on here, so let's make it minus defense. Put the 4 into attack, and that looks good to me right here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this team fares. Obviously I can make changes while playing, but let's get right into the games. Alright, I got a game right here. Right away we got a hyper offense matchup, and wow, this player loses at preview to like Aerodactyl. I very much like that. I'm gonna lead off with Keldea here, expecting Drill lead, because they clearly want the Rocks up right away to pressure Aerodactyl and maybe Magnezone. Magnezone mainly just to weaken it for Magearna, but I'll go right here for Surf, bring it down to the very obvious Focus Sash as they decide to do that. I think right here I actually do want to pivot out because I don't want to give them like a free switch into Como. I don't know, I don't see Ferrothorn actually doing that much here. I guess it could help out against Magearna. I guess in theory Magnezone's not doing anything, so let's bring that out here. I don't need Magnezone at all. Yeah, Magnezone is very useless. So I don't care if they Earthquake me or whatever. They could just stand, as they do just stand, but that's okay. It allows me to get in my Aerodactyl now, and I think this is a lot better for me. So this will allow me to Mega Evolve right here and just go for Earthquake, knock it out. And now I'm in a better spot. I don't think Magnezone is worth keeping at all. And getting in my Aerodactyl right here is a much better position. So they're probably double Sash with Greninja too. If they go Gyarados, okay, they do go Greninja. I'm just going to Aerial Ace it and try to go for the Mew in, I think. As they go for the Ice Beam, right? But that's not a big deal, because now what I get to do is I think just go Mew now and maybe just Nasty Plot up. Yeah, let's go right here for the Rock Polish first. They actually taunt, so actually that's really tough, but I think I might be fine anyway. Let's just go right here for the Aura Sphere. Knock that out, okay. So they know a little bit more about my coverage now, but I still kind of wall everything with my Ferrothorn. They go out into this here. Not quite sure why. I'm going to Genesis Supernova it, bring it down really low, and I don't know if they have a Z move here or what's up, but I'm going to go right for the Rock Polish as they Dragon Dance again, and now I can just Aura Sphere and knock it out. I definitely outspeed that, yeah. And I believe Magearna has to come in, right? I just go Ferrothorn hard, click Gyro Ball, and then I don't know, it's going to come down to like how much Como is doing, but I still have Mew at good health, I still have Feeny. I might be okay. Let's go for Gyro Ball again. I'm doing a good amount there, actually. I'm just going to Gyro Ball spam until it dies, as they decide to go right for the Flash Cannon. I could get up Rocks too, because they're not shift gearing, right? Let's do that, and then let's go for Gyro Ball, knock it out. Como is going to come in. I guess it comes down to what sort of set it is. It's probably Klinger's Soul Blaze, right? Which I think they actually go Thunders here. Might be better for me in the long run, actually, that they did this. That doesn't even knock me out. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but yeah, I think I'm okay. I just go Scarf Keld now. Click the Surf button, knock it out. And then I don't think there's any way Como can beat Feeny. They Dragon Nest up. I will have a +1 Poison Jab. Yeah, and that's not going to be able to knock me out. We pick up that win right there. Super scary. You always got to be scared about the hyper offense matchups, but I don't know what their Magearna coverage was. That was interesting too, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got another game right here. I got to be really careful about the Kartana for sure. That thing's a threat. My Aerodactyl right here has a lot of fun, as does maybe Mew. Mew can maybe just win on its own with like a Rocks Up and then Psychic. I'm anticipating either like Drill or maybe Feeny lead. One of the two, because Feeny is the only thing that would actually match up well against Aerodactyl. I could also expect Kyurem Black lead right here, which would actually be really good for them. If I lead off with Ferrothorn and they lead Medicham though, that's so bad. Let's lead Feeny here, I think, and see what they want to do. They do lead Drill. Unfortunately, I was going to lead off with Ferrothorn to trade, but I guess right here I can just go for the Nature's Madness. Yeah, that's fine. Do I really care about this thing's health is the question. I don't really care about it being out of range of Fusion Bolt, and since it doesn't have a Water type move, I'm just going to go for Nature's Madness here. This would be a lot better for me had I obviously had the Water type move. Now, depending on their speed, whether they're Adamant or Jolly, I may outspeed here. They should be max speed Jolly and just get up Rocks and then go for Earthquake. I need to hit my Nature's Madnesses, which I am able to do, thankfully. They do appear to be a defensive set. Okay, so now I can Taunt, follow it up with a Defog, and make sure that these Rocks are not here to stay, because I need my Aerodactyl to be as healthy as possible in this scenario. So let's see right here. They're going to go ahead and actually disconnect. I'll give it 30 seconds and try to form a game plan, but if they don't come back, I'll be right back with another game. Let's think about this, because Aerodactyl, they do come back. Okay, Aerodactyl can be a really nice win condition here, depending on whether they're Scarf Kartana or not, which they obviously are. No other Scarfer actually makes sense here. Maybe Kyurem, like I've ran that before, but I don't really know how I feel about Scarf Kyurem. If they're switching out here, they would go Medicham or Kyurem, but they just stay in. Okay. as they could go for Iron Hit here. I'm going to pivot to Ferrothorn, and you may find that interesting. That's not what I wanted to have happen, but the rocks are a lot worse for them than they are for me, so I get these up now. If they crit me again with Earthquake, I'm going to be sad, but I just need my rocks up. That's the main idea. They can't lock into a Grass-type move despite the fact that Ferrothorn is getting weakened because I have a Magnezone right here, and if they are not Scarf Kartana, that's even better. The one Kartana set that could mess me up would be like Timid, would be the one, so that's not able to knock me out. They couldn't actually rocks right there, that's right. So now I get to go for a Power Whip for no reason, which is nice. They're going to get up the rocks and I'm going to knock them out. Volcarona cannot win the game right now. They should go maybe, I don't actually know what they want to go out into here. Maybe Cart? But I think at this point I just win with Mew. Like there's no way they're stopping Mew. It's kind of comical how badly Mew destroys their squad. I just gotta get it in at the correct moment, which could be against this, actually. So let's just stay in here, get some nice Iron Barbs damage going. Maybe they'll miss High Jump Kick and I'll knock them out. They don't. Okay, let's get in Mew now, and I think Mew just solos, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely think Mew just gonna win this game right now. Let's go for the Rock Polish first. Because I don't know if this is a tie or not, right? And I can always Nasty Plot later. They might use their Feeny as their pivot here, but imagine how cool it would be if Mew got Spikes. That would be so nice. Like, you could run Spikes Mew, and then Rocks on other things. I feel like it might. They do go Feeny here, which is actually what I wanted to have come in, because this gives me the Nasty Plot. I wonder if their Specs... They're not going to be Specs Hydro Pump. Yeah, I think that's a game. I don't think they can win. I think I just clicked Psychic 4 times. This Mew was always going to win, beat this team at preview. They can't priority me. That's just game right here. 4 turns, 4 Pokemon. That's all there was to it. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and disconnect. This game is 100% over now. I'm going to go ahead and be right back with the next game. Alright, I got the next game right here. I think the combination of Aero plus Keldeo is really nice because their one best Aero pivot is the Feeny, and like Keldeo appreciates damage on that a lot, so I'll definitely like that here. As a lead, I really value, like they're going to lead Landorus T most likely for their hazards. I could also see a Charizard lead being a possibility though. Maybe just... I don't actually know what gives me an advantageous position against anything, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to lead Aerodactyl, but I feel like just risking Aerodactyl early is just not a good plan. Let's lead Ferrothorn here and see what they do. If they lead Charizard, though, that's gonna be tough. They lead Jirachi, okay, so this allows me to get up my rocks as... Once again, I'm okay with trading rocks as good as Aerodactyl is. I think the 4 switch-ins should be enough for the course of this game. They decide to go out here into Charizard, which is fine. So the thing is, I have Ferrothorn and I have a Keldeo for like any sort of Grand set, so I'm going to use Feeny as my pivot here on maybe a Dragon Dance. They do just go right for Dragon Dance, that's fine, I can taunt here, and then start wearing it down with Nature's Madness. They have to Earthquake or Flare Blitz me here. Maybe I can get a good roll here, that would be really nice in this scenario. Nah, they just knocked me out, okay. What can I do about that? Now the thing is, their Dragon type moves are weakened by my terrain, so I can safely go Aerodactyl here. And just click Stone Edge right now. Actually, I'm going to Earthquake because they might forget. That's not going to kill, and then I'm able to knock out Zard. So that's really nice because I was able to... That's how it works, right? I don't have to be at the bottom of the ground. They can be at the bottom, and then the ground type moves... I mean, the Dragon type move would be weakened. This one's interesting because I definitely keep Aerodactyl. That's my play. I don't think Magnezone is going to be very useful, but at the same time, I don't want Landorus coming in to get rocks up for free. So I actually do like the idea of going Ferrothorn. Now, if they go for Fire Punch to weaken me from Magearna, though, that's a problem. So I will make the Magnezone play here on the U-turn. I know it gives them Lando, but I think that was a lot better than, like... I'm sorry if you guys can hear that helicopter. Than risking the Ferrothorn right there. So this comes in. I really don't need this. I'm just going to Flash Cannon here and knock it out. Or I've come very close, actually. That's very cool. That allows them to knock out my Aerodactyl on entry. So I guess I might as well sack that off here. Maybe I can just get in Mew now. Not a bad idea. Yeah, Mew and Psychic is a good play here. Or actually, I want to bait that Greninja, so let's go for Rock Polish first. As the Earthquake. Let's Psychic here. Nice. And let's see, I'm hoping Greninja comes in here. I think it dies to Aura Sphere. Nice, it does come in. If I regret not running Focus Blast because this doesn't kill. Oh, they actually go for Shuriken and get 3 hits, which is the average. Should have ran Focus Blast. Well, this dies, so I stay in here. Can I win? Ferrothorn can solo. That's the win con here. Okay, let's just go for Surf. Feeny would come in here. I think Ferrothorn solos depending on the Magearna set. Man, this is really bad. I should have Maybe just gone Ferrothorn on the Lando. Very obvious bring in. I'll go Magnezone now on the Moonblast. They get a drop on me, which every bit of damage is going to end up mattering this game, so that actually really sucks. Because now this would have killed, whereas now it doesn't. Yep, I would have knocked it out, but now I gotta go Ferrothorn and keep that. Just in case it's enough against AV Magearna. No, I'm not gonna go for Leech Seed. Alright, so it's gonna come down to maybe just Magearna. Yeah, I gotta start spamming Gyro Ball and hope that's enough. They're actually shift geared, which is great. Are you Fightinium? You're off Focus Blast. That's not gonna be able to knock me out. I just Gyro Ball again. They missed there, which means I think I'm good to go anyway. I don't think Jirachi can win. I have speed control for it with Keldeo. They have to take so many Iron Barbs turns just to get this to work right here, so they're going to go ahead and run from the game. That was super bad. I definitely think, like, letting Aerodactyl go down was the main big mistake right there. I should have switched it in on the turn they got up rocks with the Landorus T. That was where I went wrong. Had I gotten it in before that, I would have been able to pressure the Feeny even more for my Keldeo, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll be right back with another game. Alright, we got Bonglord69X right now, who I'm really hoping they're Modest Zam randomly, even though that's a terrible set. That would be great for Aerodactyl right here, no speed ties being risked. Wow, I get destroyed by Garchomp. It's not even funny how bad that matchup is. I mean, Mew just wins too, so there's that. I gotta get a bit of damage on the Zam though. I'm just gonna expect either like Landorus. I have a good Greninja pivot, so I'll lead Feeny here. Yeah, I was thinking either this or Landorus, and I figured since Feeny is expendable here, given that they have the Kartana and I have two other Greninja switch-ins, this would be fine. They should pivot to Heatran, but they're going to Earthquake. I guess I could have the Water-type move, so they never know. But yeah, I get a free Moonblast here. If they go Heatran, I get a Nature's Madness on it, which is great for me. In fact, damage on this is even great too. 53, huh? And I don't need this. I'm going to, in case of the SD right here, I'm going for Moonblast again. Yeah, or if they make some bad play predicting Magnezone. Like I said, no reason to keep Feeny, because if I go hard Magnezone, yeah, they just go ahead and get out of the game. The mindset right there was, if I went Magnezone and I lost it, the Kartana was actually a late game win con. If they stay in right there and Leaf Blade and knock me out, I can assume that they're locked in, go Magnezone. Even if they're not locked in, that means they don't have speed control, which is going to help out my Keldeo, Aerodactyl, and Mew a ton. So that was my mindset right there. I definitely hope you guys understood that. And I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. My opponent sort of has a Noivern on their team, which is actually very cool. Not quite sure what it is. Maybe Scarf Noivern? I could see that being a possibility. Once again, I mean, Mew, as usual, has a great matchup. I also think, like, Feeny is my check to Hawlucha, which I need to play that smart. No pivoting into Hurricanes or anything. I'll use Ferrothorn, maybe Magnezone. Those don't really take Flamethrower, huh? I don't know, this one's going to be hard because I really can't let Feeny get weakened. I think as a lead right here, I'm going to lead Mew on the drill. They actually lead Gyarados, a little bit annoying. I guess here I'll use Ferrothorn as my pivot. As they go drill, which makes sense. I mean, against drill, I can just go for my rocks here. I think rocks pressuring Gyarados and Noivern is fine. As annoying as they are for me, because I'm trying to get Aerodactyl to do as much work as possible. I can just power up now. This guy does not crit the Earthquake, and I do hit. Nice. They're actually a very Fizz-Def drill. I'll go for a Leech Seed here on the Rapid Spin, because this just gives me my Axe again, right? If Noivern comes out, I'm going to find out what that is, whether it has Fire MZ. And by just staying in, I'm not going to switch out. I'm just going to Gyro Ball here. They go for a Trick and give me a Scarf. So I'm Scarfed into that now, which, funnily enough, despite my tiny speed boost there, I'm still doing a ridiculous amount of damage. They can go back to Drill here to spin, but they actually go Cart. Damage on Cart, like I said, is amazing. This time, what do I not need? I still need Feeny. I still need Mew. I don't think it's worth keeping this. Is that Fightinium? That is a Fightinium Z, okay. That is able to pretty easily knock me out there. I'll go Keldeo now, and like I don't think there's a reason to predict Bulu. I'll just go for Scarf Secret Sword here and knock this out. Nice. Bulu comes in here, which is tough for sure. I think because Cart's gone, Magnezone's value is a little bit lost here, so I'll bring that out. They can superpower me. If they're max speed, they'll definitely outspeed Magnezone after. Great superpower play, but I get to bring this in now, and I'm actually assuming that's banded too, so yeah, this is great for me. I'll go right for the Rock Polish first on the drill. Follow it up with a Nasty Plot because, like, they miss a Toxic, which actually really sucks, but I think I might have had enough turns regardless of this. So that'll be able to get rid of them there. Gyarados can come in. Hawlucha just comes in now, which, I mean, I can just Psychic. Maybe what I should have done was gotten rid of the terrain with my Genesis Supernova, but then they would just go Bulu first, right? And I need the Z for Bulu, so that was my mindset. They haven't shown a Mega yet. I'm just going to force this to Mega Evolve, is my play. Go right for the Genesis Supernova, and then I think Psychic just cleans up this game. If not, Aerodactyl will clean, so let's just go for Psychic here. They can Horn Leech me for all they want. It actually just straight up killed, so that was definitely an offensive Bulu. Yeah, I mean, the Toxic Myth sucked, but I still would have gotten rid of 3 Pokemon right there. I really don't see a reason that I would have lost, but yeah, I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. Definitely a tougher matchup. They have the Ferrothorn and the Rotom as pivots for Aero. They have a good Hoopa. I guess they have Hoopa for Mew. I think my best breakers right here are maybe... I mean, Keldeo is fine if I can get some plays right. I think they're probably going to pivot to Rotom or Torn every time. I don't think you risk Ferrothorn. I really don't know how I want to approach this one. Like, Aerodactyl is nice, I guess. That's my best breaker. I'll lead off here with Feeny, I think. Feeny doesn't really mind anything. On a Rotom lead. Am I okay with taking, like, a bit of damage here? I mean, damaging this is great for Aero, and I think Aero is my way of winning. So yeah, let's Nature's Madness here. Get it down, see if they're the Berry. They actually have the wrong HP stat, which I guess it really doesn't matter. You would never switch in that many times on rocks. So if they could go out into Koopa here and maybe go for Gunk, I don't think Medichamp's killing me. This would have to go for a Z to kill me, and I really don't mind Ferrothorn taking this hit. They actually go for the knockoff, but this gives me rocks on what I'm expecting to be a U-turn here. They actually just go for Hurricane and miss, which is big for sure, but I really didn't need this thing healthy. Despite the fact that it kind of just spams Gyro Ball, I just want to force this Defog here. Get a nice Gyro Ball off, click rocks here. They can Hurricane now because my evasion's gone. Watch them still miss. That would be so sad for them. I would definitely feel... I've missed Hurricane through an evasion drop before. I definitely remember that. Yeah, so I get rid of this thing here, which is nice. I was almost about to click this move slot because that's usually where my hidden power fire is. I never changed it after the building, but... Yep, let's go ahead and HP fire them down. They're going to PowerPoint stall me a bit. Their play is Protect like 5 million times, see if they get it, but they're not going to bother. As, I mean, next tip here, they can bring out Medicham. Yeah, that would make sense due to the fact that they know I'm Specs now. They definitely do. I don't need this anymore. It dies to... Actually, it kind of smacks everything. Like, it just gets it on Torn. Let's keep this and sack off Ferrothorn, I think. Ferrothorn is a lot less useful. I'm glad I thought that one through. And, yeah, speaking of the Aerodactyl checks, they're all gone. There's nothing left. Under these circumstances, Mew will take anything, and I think it's very much worth bringing it out right here and just hitting them with an Aura Sphere, as the Hoopa should come in. I want some nice chip on this, and I can sack off my Feeny next, so... remember when I said chip? That was no damage. Let's sack off Feeny here. Maybe I'll go for Psyshock, okay. But now, Aerodactyl just kind of gets to have fun now. I'll go for the Ice Fang here into maybe a Landorus T coming in. As, I do a lot. I don't know if I live with Stone Edge, though, and I need this Pokemon, so... Let's go Magnezone here on the Stone Edge, yeah. Let's Flash Cannon up here. I want to know what that Rotom's item is, because it might come down to whether it's the 50% berry. I would never risk Arrow right there. Arrow kind of just solos their team. Actually, if Arrow comes out, it just wins, assuming I hit a Stone Edge into Rotom. Because the other 3 will die to my flying stab, so... Yeah, I win the game with 1 Stone Edge. I'm trying to put myself in a position where I don't have to risk that hit. But I might just go for it. Because, like, even if I would miss, I think Keldeo can win too. So let's bring this in here. Go right for an Aerial Ace and find out what exactly is happening here. I don't think Aerial Ace will do enough to Rotom to trigger that berry, so... They sack off the Torn, okay. Rotom comes in. Do you live a Stone Edge from Arrow? Aerodactyl against Rotom. Wash. No, Stone Edge will kill you, so as long as I can hit the Stone Edge. I do. And it just dies, yeah. So it was going to come down to that, but they played their arrow checks really poorly. The Ferrothorn and the Rotom. Yeah, that's just going to die, and then the Hoopa's already not Scarf. Even Scarf Hoopa doesn't outspeed Aerodactyl right there, so Arrow is able to go ahead and clean up, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. Wow, why does Arrow just win this game after I get rid of Celesteela with Magnezone? Obviously, I gotta keep, like, Scarfers into mind, Keldeo, Coco maybe. Shukaberry Coco could take an Earthquake too, but... Yeah, my priority right here is trying to trap that Celesteela. I'm never going to go hard Magnezone on it. I don't think I ever need to do that here. Another win con is Mew. Mew can easily win this game too. As a lead right here. I like Ferrothorn lead, honestly. It doesn't really do bad against anything. They lead off with the Landorus T, so they're trying to pressure my arrow right away. I mean, my mindset is I'm just gonna defog later, so let's just Gyro Ball here. Get it some nice damage. Make sure that thing's in range of Ice Fang for later. Yeah, now that's definitely in range, and I do get my rocks up here too. They're gonna go out into Celesteela, likely just to click Flamethrower. Let's get a Leech Seed going first. I really don't mind this. I do hit, which is big, and this next turn I can just pivot here into Feeny on the Keldeo. Yeah, this is all okay, because this really can't do much to me. I'll go for the Moonblast here into likely a Bulu coming in. But I wouldn't imagine Coco would come in, right? That would be a little bit interesting. Yeah, and damage on Bulu is good for Mewtwo, because I don't have Fire Blast on it, meaning I want to try to get it in range of that Psychic. I think Ferrothorn is just an okay sack here. If they don't go for the Superpower, I get some really nice Iron Barbs. This is fine. Yeah, they're able to knock me out there. I get to bring an arrow now. Sucks to take the Rock Switch in, but I'm going to double out here. Really good Lando play. Yikes. But I'm faster, right? Because they're defensive. I think I live under this terrain, too. Do I live? Wow, it just kills under the terrain? Huh. I might have lost. Well, when all is lost, you go Mew and hope that does it for you. U-turn. Celesteela comes in, right? Wow, this sucks. I got blown away this game. Leech Seed. Let's Genesis Supernova down. Maybe Aerodactyl can still win depending on their Scarfer. I gotta connect a Secret Sword here, which, I mean, there's not really much to connect. I just click it. They're giving me the Pokemon, which is interesting. Let's go Feeny here. Taunt it. Taunt it again. Yeah, I got blown away this game. I don't know what to do here. Like, Aerodactyl had a great lead matchup, and I just threw. Like, I threw multiple times as well. This was pretty embarrassing. They crit the Heavy Slam. I mean, I already lost this game. What can I say? Maybe if it's not Scarf Keld or Scarf Coco, but one of them are definitely Scarf. You want that speed control on this build. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do. I'm just going to run from the game. It is what it is right there. We unfortunately take an L. I believe that was the first L of the video too, so I get absolutely destroyed, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. Unfortunately, I just got blown away in the last game. I don't know what to say right there. That was career-ending. But in this one, I really like Aerodactyl again. Let's try to play this one smarter. I don't want to lose twice in a row. That would be sad. My opponent's also Silver. I like Silver, so I like their Silver. Let's lead off here with Feeny. And, I mean, Feeny just kind of smacks everything with Moonblast. I guess AV Tang could be their pivot, but I want to pressure any way if they're getting up rocks, meaning Garchomp or Landorus T. Landorus T is fine. Like I said, whenever I see, like, a matchup with Greninja, and I need a pivot into that, I really don't see Feeny being the need for it on this sort of build. They're going to U-turn here to Tang, I think, but I'll just go for the Moonblast first. Watch them go Greninja. Or Torn. I guess Torn would not be a bad pivot. Tang comes in. Makes perfect sense. Alright, so Ferrothorn getting knocked is not the end of the world. Yeah, let's go Ferro on the knock. Allows me to get up my rocks. They could go Landorus T again, Kai and Bawise. I really hope that's not anything offensive in a different language. Let's see right here. Does this Tangrowth have a nickname? I don't know what language this is. Like, I think... I'm not going to guess, because I feel like if I guess and get it wrong, that's just going to be embarrassing, so let's not do that. Torn comes in. Are you Heatwave? I haven't seen Heatwave Torn in a minute. I could make an offensive pivot to Arrow right here and just smack something now. Let's do that. I mean, like, I can get burnt due to the, like, flying. Don't burn me. Okay, I actually thought they might be Heatwave, but had they burnt me right there, that would have been a very sad situation. Ice Fang kind of just hits Lando, hits Garchomp, hits anything they would switch in here. I'm actually really surprised you would use Mawile, but... I mean, hey, I'm not complaining about it. Damage on Mawile is fine with me. Once again, I don't think Feeny is really worth... I mean, it is a good Garchomp check, I guess. But Ferrothorn is literally going to just come in and die, so let's go Feeny here. As they, SD up, huh? I'm really glad I hit that right there, as they miss, which is huge. That actually is really bad for them. I'm going to Moonblast here, just wear them down. If they don't kill me now, which they definitely do. Like, the thing is, I just want damage on this for Mew. But, yeah, that miss right there was pretty sad for them. They went for knock, huh? Well, I get to smack something with the Moonblast now. They didn't even go for Player Up the second time. I don't know what they were expecting to have come in. Maybe Ferrothorn for the Iron Barbs? That's all I can think of, but... Like, once again, I don't need Feeny. I just need one of the other two for Greninja. And yeah, definitely, like that crit right there. I mean, the miss, sorry, was really bad, but... Hey, what can I do about it? I'm hexing a silver out. That always feels bad. I like silvers. Let's see, I guess Retin could come out again. Kind of curious what these two are. Greninja and Garchomp. Like, they could just go back to Tank, too, and just click Giga Drain. I feel like that's not going to help them at all. And at this point, like, Magnezone just clicks Flash Cannon through their entire team as well. Even AV Tank is not going to appreciate those, and if I get lucky again, I think Flash Cannon does have a Spit Up drop chance, so... There's so many things going my way right here. In fact, like, Mew kind of just solos at this point, too. Because I have Aura Sphere for Gran, right? Now, we've already seen that Aura Sphere does not kill Gran. Unless I get the Nasty Plot up, so I gotta keep that in mind. If they go down to 30 seconds and don't choose a move, I will go ahead and end off the session, assuming they do not come back, but... Let's see right here. Yeah, Mew can win. I just gotta make sure I don't choke away all my win cons. What's expendable at this point? They do continue playing. I was kind of hoping they would just leave, but... I mean, hey, let's just go for Moonblast here. I think I might live Earthquake. Is that Dragonium? Continental Crush. So, the thing I can actually do right here is, let me just make sure that Aero kills before I be dumb. Aerodactyl against Garchomp. Let's see here. I don't know an Aqua Tail. Actually, Aqua Tail Arrow might not be a bad set. Ice Fang does kill it. Now, I do have a 5% miss chance, but... Like, I just want to force out this Gran right here. So let's just go for Ice Fang. It hits literally everything. They have such an Ice-weak team. That's why I was confused why they gave me a Nature's Madness on Mawile. It was their switch into Arrow, but... Like, while that miss sucked, I could check it with Keldeo, because I got the Nature's Madness off, but... If I miss this and I lose my Aerodactyl right here, that would be game-changing. Maybe I shouldn't have risked it, but this is my way of avenging that. I didn't really have another way of killing it reliably without taking a hit. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted Greninja to come in for this to work out. And we continue to luck them out here. I'll go Ferrothorn. I never risk Shuriken. But... yeah, that really sucks. I definitely... Like, at this point, they were in range of Mew, right? There's no way around that. Mew's Aura Sphere guaranteed kill this every time. Let's see, you want to thaw? They actually double to Landorus T. I mean, makes sense, but I don't think there's a way this can work out for them. I guess setup right now could be annoying. Like SD. Garchomp comes in. Still is a sizable chunk considering that's a -1 hit. I'll just Leech Seed up here. And I'm just trying to figure out what I want to set up my Mew on. Probably Tangrowth, right? Yeah, you want to send out that Tangrowth maybe? That would be nice. Curious, are you gonna Swords Dance here? Or are you gonna just Earthquake me? I feel like they should just Earthquake me, but they do go Tang, okay. So I get a nice amount there. I can just use... Like, I don't even care if they Magnezone, like Earthquake, because I just go Mew and win the game. So I feel like my best option right here is just... staying in... I mean, going Magnezone to Flash Cannon something is okay. As the Earthquake, right? But Mew comes in now and just wins. There's no way around Mew winning. Knockoff's not going to help them out. A Nasty Plot here, and then... Oh, wait a minute. I gotta not be dumb about this. Well, it's Nasty Plot. Go for the Genesis Supernova. I'm about to win off a freeze, aren't I? They're gonna go Gran on the Z move. Then Thaw and Shuriken. I mean, I think they need 3 Shuriken hits, but... This should kill. If AV Tang lives this, I'll be surprised. It has base 65 Spit F, let's be honest. Okay, so that's what these nicknames were. I don't know what the language this is. I'm actually very curious, but... They do go Gran, so I don't get the Z off, which kind of sucks. Let's go for Nasty Plot. Take advantage of the luck. I mean, I think Arrow could just solo, too. I genuinely think so. It's just Nasty Plot. I mean, let's just Aura Sphere. Actually, I feel like I might need the next Nasty Plot for Tangrowth. Mew against Tangrowth. Yeah, I feel like I need +6. I do indeed need +6, so... Let's do this, and then Aura Sphere. They deserve to thaw here. Yeah, they thaw, and they don't even get the roll, so... that's how you luck 101. I definitely think Aerodactyl probably just won this game on its own anyway, but... Yeah, because they didn't have an Ice Resist anymore. I guess maybe, like, Ash Greninja clicking... Like, I still had a Scarf Keld too, right? And Scarf Keld rips their team apart. This was in range, this would die to Surf or Hydro. Like, sure they had the Tang, but that's pressured by Arrow, and I could just wear it down with Pharaoh. This will not be able to live this +6 Psychic. And yeah, I hacked them. Like, I definitely acknowledge that, but I don't think the hacks was what... Like, the hacks won me the game, but I don't think without the hacks I would have lost. Is what I'm trying to say right here. So yeah, it looks like that'll be that. I don't think there is a point in waiting this out. They may just let the timer run down, but... Yeah, look them out. Are there other German players in here? That's what I thought it was. Maybe German. Patlop2307. I feel like I recognize that name. But... Yeah, Weird Silvers. So yeah, I just guessed the language. I definitely thought it was German, but they're going to go ahead and set the non-sync on. I definitely lucked this player out, but I'm going to go ahead and end things off right there. I did hope you all enjoyed. The team will be down below in the description. No changes. It went, I think, 7-1. Definitely should have been 6-2. I don't know about that last game right there, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time in a game that's already over. So that'll be that, and I'll see you next time. Later.